Hey Baker, my tutorial today is for how to play a dotted half note. So this is the first in a series of 2 videos. In this video, I'll be explaining to you what a dotted half note is, how to count it, and how to move your bow so that you get the right amount of beats. And in the next video, I'll give you a tutorial on how to play counting threes, which is our next exercise. That is one of our assignments. I chose to do this one because I feel that most of you all in orchestra are really good at telling the difference between a half note, also known as a slow bow, and quarter notes and eighth notes. This is just one step further. Many of you have probably already looked at this a little bit in your book and know what I'm going to do. So I'm on page 28 in Essential Elements. In the yellow box on the top of page 28, you've got really 2 new pieces of information. The first one is that you have a new time signature, and that new time signature is 3/4. So you probably know what my next question is, which is how many beats per measure? If the top number of your time signature is 3, how many beats per measure will you have? The answer is 3 beats per measure because the top note tells you how many beats that you have. In your Essential Elements book, in the yellow yellow box at the top of this page, you also have a dotted half note. A dotted half note looks like a half note with a dot next to it. So if I were to show you what it looks like in my book right here, so you've got your half note and then it's got a dot right after it. The definition next to that says that it equals 3 beats of sound. So a half note plus a dot, like a period at the end of it, gets 3 beats of sound. Then in this white box here, you've got an explanation of what a dot actually does. It says a dot adds half the value of the note. I was talking with somebody earlier who had already learned that in elementary music, so that may be true for you also. If you see a dot, it adds half the value of the note. The half note, all by itself, without the dot, is worth 2 beats. So what's half of 2? 1. So 2 plus 1 is going to equal 3 beats of sound in a dotted half note. Maybe some of you already knew that already. So in the rhythm rep in number 103, you've got quarter notes and dotted half notes. So if I were to clap this one in number 103, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it repeats. Measure 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So how do you do that with your bow? Since you're adding more beats to your bow, you're going to need to use more bow and you're going to need to slow it down. So here's the words I use to help me remember to play a dotted half note. Looks like this. Real slow bow, real slow bow. Normally we use slow bow when we see a half note. When you have a dotted half note, you're going to say real slow bow, real slow bow. If I were in class, probably the next thing that I would do is say, what's wrong with this picture? Real slow bow, real slow bow. And hopefully many of you would tell me that I'm not actually slowing my bow down. Same concept as half note, you're just doing 3 beats per measure, or 3 beats per note, instead of 2. So if I were to shadow bow or air bow number 103, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, real slow bow, real slow bow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, real slow bow, real slow bow. So join me now. Let's practice this together. I'm going to tap my pinky. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, real slow bow, real slow bow. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, real slow bow, real slow bow. And if we were in class, then we would take it to the next step, which is to shadow bow, to play it on your D string or your A string. So I would encourage you to do that before you watch the next video, which is your tutorial on how to play counting threes.